Hi there, this is Åsa with another scrap process video, and today I had a bit of bad luck with the filming, so only the first half of the actual process got filmed, but I'll talk about the embellishing on some still photos at the end. So I'm learning still, and I think I had a bit bad luck today. It was unfortunate. Here I'm showing you some of the stuff that I plan to use today, and it is 3 pattern papers from Cartabella. I only end up using 2 of them, but they are from the Cartabella Boy Oh Boy collection, and they have game controls and arrows. The photos today are of my son, and he is making a win gesture because a victory gesture. He has just won or completed some video game or some computer game on the tablet, and he looks really cute and also a bit grown up actually. I found out that the basic grey persimmon collection had almost the same colors as the Cartabella Boy Oh Boy collection, so I decided to mat the photos on 3 6x6 papers from the basic grey collection, and I just cut them down to roughly the same size as the photos and put them in a pile. Then I decided to make strips of that game control paper. That paper is called, hang on there, it's called Game On, and I cut 2 strips and with 2 rows of game controls on each, and I decided to have them on the top and the bottom of my layout. First I thought I would use it like this, with the arrow paper as a background. And the arrow paper, by the way, is called Let's Go, and it's also from the Boy Oh Boy collection. But then I went to my stash and grabbed a cardstock in a really strange color, and I don't particularly like that color, but it was in the other papers, and I decided to cover up most of it, so it would do as a background for this layout. I decided to put the whole photo block slightly to the left and leave a border of the cardstock to the right. I started gluing down washi tape. It's an orange wood grain on the top and the bottom, and then I placed the strips with the game controls. Luckily I saw that I had placed the game controls upside down before I actually adhered the paper to the background, and that I'm really happy about that, because it would have looked really silly. I also placed a blue cardstock, a dark blue cardstock, behind the arrow paper to make the photo stand out a bit more. I chalked the edges on all the pattern papers, and yeah, you saw there, I noticed that the papers were upside down. And since I already had glued the photos together with the mats, I needed to trick chalk those. Nothing that I can recommend, but it works. Yes. I did some measuring to make those 2 strips of blue paper add up, and I will also use that blue paper for my title later, which I punch out with the quick cuts. alpha, and yes, now I'm measuring and taping down those 2 strips of blue paper. I use I will, for my embellishment grounding, I will use some 4x4 cards from the album Made Easy collection by We Are Memory Capers, and those are really good. I love them. They are a bunch of them are die cut and almost like frames, or like frames, and they are so easy to use. I really like them, and the colors happen to totally match the warm yellow and the kind of blue that is going on these Cartabella papers. So now I add here the photo block to the background and trim off the excess to the left. And now the recording will stop, and you will see the finished layout right about now. The top 5 list is one of those 4x4 cards, and also the curly frame to the front, and I have added a couple of 2x2 cards from the same collection at the 3 embellishment clusters. All those 2x2 cards are die cut, and I placed the dark blue paper behind it to give it a more a feeling of everything going together. So then I embellished the whole thing with some small die cuts. My title is cut with a cuttlebug, and then the quick cuts, and I added some mini alphas from the Simple Stories Snap collection, and that mini alpha set also has some small words that I could place together with the clusters, and this card actually has "say she's," of course, and I thought that felt really stupid, so I took one of those word stickers and placed above on top of the she's, so it says "say perfect." I added some wood veneers and some twine, and also some of those homemade plastic dots. The colors doesn't match completely, but when seeing the whole project together, it works. So that's about it, I think. Yeah, here's the complete layout again, and the title is "Yeah," and that's just the expression he has on his face. So this was all for the "Yeah" layout, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, even though you didn't get to see the embellishing. So take care, and I'll see you soon. This is also. Bye.